Hi, I'm Pam and I love to cook. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to make chocolate chip muffins with fresh ground spelt flour. Spelt flour is an ancient grain and I always grind my own grains. But you can buy spelt flour at the grocery store. It has more protein than hard red, it has magnesium, several B vitamins, and phosphorus, and also niacin. Okay, so now our flour is ground. And this has all the bran, all the endosperm. So we're going to put it in our bowl. That should be 2 cups of freshly ground spelt flour, or buy spelt flour at the store, or use any whole grain flour. Okay, now we're going to this bowl we're going to add a teaspoon of salt. And I always use real salt for my baking. A teaspoon of baking powder. Two teaspoons of baking. Well, that was baking soda, sorry. 1 teaspoon baking soda and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay, we're also going to use 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So we have a 1/2 cup measure. And a 1/4 cup measure. Okay, now we're going to whisk this all together. Muffins are easy because you just mix it up, put it in the pan, and there you go. You don't even have to get your mixer out. Alright, now we have 1 egg. Cup of buttermilk, I'm going to whisk this together. It's coming together nicely. So now we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So if you've watched me before, you know I make my own vanilla. This one is made with vodka. So we need 2 teaspoons. It smells so good. Mix that together. And now I'm going to switch to a spatula or a spoon. And I'm going to fold in 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And left some in there. Okay, I forgot to add my oil. The muffins are very forgiving, so I'm going to add it now. And I don't think we're going to have a problem with it. We need a 1/2 cup of olive oil. Look how green, well, I hope you can see how green this is. Fresh, wonderful olive oil from Greece. It's beautiful. So cooking is trial and error. You forget things, you hopefully remember to add them before it's too late. Sometimes you have to improvise. If you didn't have buttermilk, you could use a cup of whole milk or 2% milk or plant milk and add about a little over a teaspoon of vinegar. Let it sit for 10 minutes. You got buttermilk. Okay, so I'm going to make sure this is totally mixed together since I had to add the oil at the end. Looks good, smells good, it's going to be good. Alright, now I toasted some pecans. I have a cup of chopped pecans that I toasted and let them cool. I'm going to fold those in. I have my oven preheating to 400. Okay, this looks wonderful. So now I'm going to get my muffin pan, and I'm not using paper muffin cups today because I want the little brown edges on the bottom of the muffins. So it would sort of be like a chocolate chip cookie, muffin, toasty. Okay, this is a USA pan that requires no oil. It's non-stick. So I'm using a pretty big ice cream scoop. And I'm going to fill them almost to the top. That's really good. So if you ever use fresh ground flour or even flour that you buy at the store that's whole grain, there's no going back, especially for freshly ground flour. I use it in all of my baking. It's very good for you, and there's so much fiber and vitamins in it. Okay, this usually makes about 12 muffins. Which I found with making muffins, sometimes you got 12, sometimes you got 14, sometimes you got 11. I think today we're getting 11. And that's the fun thing about cooking. It never turns out the same. Sometimes it's better and sometimes it's not. And like when you're making bread, it's going to depend on the humidity. So we're ready to put it in the oven. So here we have 11 chocolate chip muffins going into a 400-degree oven. I'm going to check them. It's probably going to take 20-25 minutes, but I'm going to look at them at 15 and see how they're doing. The chocolate chip muffins made with fresh ground spelt flour are out of the oven. They cooked for about 20 minutes at 400. I tested them with a toothpick to make sure that they were done in the middle. The toothpick came out clean, so we're ready to go. I'm going to let them cool on this rack for about 10 minutes, and then they'll be ready to eat and enjoy.